proud Canvassador, and it's really an honor to be a part of this session today. And we have got some really exciting stuff coming in the next few couple of minutes. And I think with this we can
last time, just like we did yesterday, before we introduce ourselves, before we talk a little bit about ourselves, quickly, if you can start writing in the chat box. Now we've started identifying quite a lot of you here and there. So if you can, start quickly writing. Where are you from? What do you teach? And the special question for today is, what is the most memorable compliment that you've received from a student? It could be a compliment, it could be a moment that you've had with a student. So what's this, like, one special moment that you've had with your students over the however many years that you've been teaching? We'd love to hear that from you. So okay, I am just going to, till the time we introduce ourselves, we are going to look at the chat box as well. And till that time, very quickly, a quick introduction about ourselves. Sakshi from the Canva team is right here. Sakshi, please say a hello to everyone.
Hey everyone, so nice to see you.
Okay, great. Kritika, the Canvassador for today.
Hi again. Hi everyone. So good to be here.
Lovely. Thank you so much. So as we have we have been talking about a lot of these Canva related sessions, and you've been seeing a lot of sessions where Deepti ma'am and I have been there. So thank you for coming back to our faces again and tolerating our faces again. And Deepti ma'am, over to you, and we'll quickly get started with the session.
Hi, good evening, everyone. We have introduced the host and the trainer. We have the lovely Kritika today, and she's going to do some amazing stuff. I've just seen her work in the morning, and I think that's brilliant. So we all look forward to that. And going forward, of course, this is the Happy Teachers Day camp, boot camp, and this is the second session that we are having right now. Yesterday, we had a lot of people joining in for the first one where we were talking about e-resources, and we made some amazing ebooks. And thank you everyone for sending your ebooks through the feedback form that you have sent. We have incorporated a lot of things that you have asked, and Vibha will be taking on each one of those queries that you've had as we go today. Today we have the Canva code, and like I said, some super amazing stuff coming up. We are going to have look at gamification using the Canva code, and over to you, Vibha, for today's agenda.
Thank you, ma'am. We cannot see the agenda slide, or is it just me? I'm sorry. Sakshi, can you see the agenda slide?
I can see it.
Okay, then there is a lag at my end. I'm very sorry for this, everyone, because as I mentioned, I mean, it's really pouring outside. There is an issue at my end. But any which way, what we're going to do is we are going to talk a lot about the basics of Canva. So as ma'am just said, we read all your queries and remarks and requests that came in from the yesterday's session. Uh, a few of you requested for going through the very basics of Canva, which we'll do. We'll take out 5 minutes. We'll take you through the interface, and we'll do a crash course on the basics of Canva. And we're going to talk about Canva Code. As ma'am mentioned, we're going to talk a lot about gamifying our classrooms with Canva Code. And we will have some time for hands-on as well. And then moving on, before we start with anything right now, what we're going to do right now, just like we did yesterday, we had a little, little activity where we created some designs and we sent it, we posted it on social media. That's something that we're about to do. So Mithuna from our team is right here in the chat box, who's going to help us out with sending out all the links. So what we're going to do is this template that she's going to share right now, you are going to just click on that template, and you're going to create a design for yourself which talks about uh, the most special moment or the most special compliment that you've had with your little ones. So as I said, it could be like a one dialogue or a compliment that your student gave, or it could just be a moment that you shared with them. It could be anything. So let's have that. And we did see quite a lot of social media posts that came in yesterday across different platforms. And we did see that a lot of you were sharing things that what were your dream gifts. A lot of you said that your dream gift would be a vacation, and I made sure that I told you, please take me along for those vacations. But any which way, what we're going to do today is we're going to share a little special moment that we've had with our kids. And if you see in the chat box, you will see a link for that particular design that we are about to create. So please go ahead, create that, and do share that with us. We're just going to take a minute or two so that you can. And again, just like yesterday, we are going to share this link in the feedback form as well. So in case you feel like you don't have the time right now, uh, you want to maybe sit at night and think about a moment and make a special post about it, please do that. We'd love to still hear about your special moments. And okay, I do see the link in the chat box. If there's anything that anyone wants to add, anyone wants to ask, please click on that link. Deepti ma'am, should I try sharing my screen once so that I can
Yeah,
show
please
the
do. If you have the connectivity, yeah, please try that.
I'll do that. Just keep letting me know if there's an issue at my end. I hope you can see the template. We're about to create the template now.
Yeah, clearly
Great.
visible
All
now.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Right, so as soon as you click on the link, so just in case you've missed, look for a message from Mithuna Nair in the chat box. You will see she has shared a link of the template that we are creating today. And as soon as you click on that link, this is what you see. You click on view template and you go ahead and you create that, you start editing that template, right? I might have to switch my team for that. Okay, no worries. So right here, I have this first page are the instructions that you need to follow, which I'm just going to speak out. The next 5 pages are meant for you to create your design, right? So right here, you can just click on, you can just double click here, delete these blanks and fill it up with your memory, your moment. You can of course come here on these orange bubbles, write your name, and then write a little memorable moment that I've had in the 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, however long you've been teaching. With kids, even in a month, you get a special moment. So please go ahead. There are these 5 options of templates, whichever one you like. You might want to be a little more creative, maybe copy and paste and mix and match a few things and then post. Please go ahead, you can do that as well. So you just have to double click anywhere, and specifically the blank part, and you might want to fill in the bit that you might that you want to share, right? So these are the few templates that are available. This one remains to be a constant because we're all proud to be teachers. So that's probably something you can maybe create and keep it as your profile picture or something. But right here, if you want to put a picture of yourself, you come to uploads, you upload a file from here, and then you just insert that file here. So we're going to take a minute or two. Go ahead, click on that template, create something, and just like yesterday, we're going to wait till night. We were all till like 11:30 at night. All of us were on the social media and we were just checking out, okay, who has shared what, etc. It was just on, and it was so lovely seeing all the posts. So please go ahead, do that today as well. I'm just going to confirm all's okay at my end. I'm coming back to my tab. All okay? Great. Thank you. Any issues? Okay. Things that we need to address because there were a few people, there were a few queries that came in yesterday, and we really want to address those before we start with a new topic. If you're looking for the template, it's right there. Look for Mithuna Nair in the chat box. She's been sending the template. She's sent it quite a few times. So if you can just, the message starts with a little sparkle icon, sorry, a star icon. So if you want to quickly go through that, and the ones who are sharing in the chat box, we're very sorry. You know, chat goes super fast. Please, 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 would love to see all these posts that you're creating on social media by tonight. So please do that. Tag us, share with us. On the very first page, you'll also see a few suggested captions. So you might want to, I mean, if you want to save some time very quickly, and take these captions from here. But even if you create your own caption, make sure you use these hashtags so that we get to know that you've created something lovely like this. Okay, with that, I am just going to come back, and we're just going to talk a little bit about the basics and a few queries that were coming in yesterday. The very first thing I quickly want to address, there were a few people who were mentioning in the chat box as well yesterday, and we did get a few messages later as well, that all the links that you're sharing, we're not able to see those links because I don't have a Canva Pro account. I have a free account and I'm not able to see those. First thing, you don't have to have a pro account. You're a teacher. You have access to Canva Education, which is equally powerful. It has all the things that we as educators might need, right? In another minute or two, I'm just going to revise. I'm going to be that good teacher who does the recap of the previous session, previous class every day before we start. So we are going to do a little recap about how do you sign up. So please, please, please don't worry about the fact, oh, I don't have a Canva Pro account and hence I don't see all these things. You don't have to have a Canva Pro account. You have to have a Canva Education account, right? Then, in fact, one thing that I should have mentioned right at the start, if there are any pertinent questions, we will request you to please write those in the Q&A feature, because I'm sure you must be understanding the chat goes super fast and there could be questions that they may remain unanswered. So we really don't want to do that. All of us are here. We are looking at the Q&A box. So if there are any very particular questions that you might have, please write those, and please refrain from sharing any links in the Q&A. If you're sharing links, let's stick to the chat box. If there's a question, let's come to the Q&A bit. Let's just keep it organized like all teachers do, right? Okay. Then what we're going to do right now is we're going to go inside Canva and we're going to do a quick tour of Canva Education, how it should look like. And this is what the Canva Education screen looks like. Just in case there's any doubt till now, please remember canva.com, normal www.canva.com is a website, is an app which is amazing, which is a design tool which is available for anybody and everybody. You could be a tailor or a carpenter or a painter. You could be anybody and everybody, and you can access canva.com. If a tailor or a carpenter or a painter needs more features, they need to go to Canva Pro account, which is a paid account. We don't. We need to go to a Canva Education account, which is a free account, right? And this is how a Canva Education account should look like. This one right here is a little reminder of the fact that, yes, I'm in the right place. I can see this education icon and I don't see a notification on top saying level up. I don't see a notification on top saying upgrade to Canva Pro, which means I am in the right place. I am in Canva Education as a teacher where I should be. Canva Education has many, many more features than a normal Canva account. You can create classes within Canva. You can give out access to all these amazing features to even your students. You will have access to very, very good AI features. I'm going to talk about that in a minute or two. But please remember, if you try Canva AI in a free account, if you're going to try Canva AI in a free account today, you might not get all the features. But please do sign up to Canva Education. That's where you will find all these features, right? And again, going to stop for a second here before I go into detail about that, and I'm going to take you through the very basics. This right here is the Canva home screen, the Canva Education home screen. Right here on top are your designs, basically means things that I have created, right? Things that I have been creating. As you see on my screen, you will see all the recent designs that I have created, right? Templates, which is like the most wonderful thing about Canva. You will find millions of templates. It could be a happy birthday card, it could be a quantum physics presentation, it could be anything and everything. You will find a lot of templates there, right? Now just look for it. We have a lot of access to a lot of templates that are meant for our curriculum. You know, you could be teaching triangles, you could be teaching phonics, you could be teaching, as I said, physics, a quantum physics kind of topic. You will find a lot of ready-made templates, and we have seen a lot of teachers use those and be like, okay, Canva had already done 80% of my job, I just had to look through and maybe change a few things here and there. So please do that. In fact, I am just going to quickly look for one template and going to, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just want to address one quick query that had come in. This is how you select one. I've just selected one template on triangles. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go ahead and edit anything. But one major question that had come in was about translations yesterday. Yes, you can translate things. You can try, a lot of our Indian languages are available right here. You open a presentation, a document, a social media post, anything, a worksheet, anything that you might have, any kind of design that you might have. You come here on top, resize, you scroll down, and this option is translate. Okay, right here, I'm just going to, I'm very sorry, I really don't know how to read and write any other language apart from English and Hindi. So just so that it makes sense to me, I'm going to stick to Hindi. But if you're trying out, please go ahead, try out with other regional languages as well. So what it's going to do, it's also going to ask me, do I want to translate the existing copy? Maybe it's a great presentation on triangles, but I teach Hindi medium students. I need this, I don't want separate copies English and Hindi, I want only Hindi. Or maybe depending on the requirement, you might need two. So that's also an option available, and it lets you, it translates within a few seconds. So you know, again, you might have to change a few things, you might have to edit a few things. It's a completely customizable template. So there you go. You know, it just translates everything, and we have been using the translation feature for quite a while now. It just basically, you just have to go through once. Again, 90% of your job is done. It does a pretty good job at translation. I'm going to accept it. I had my doubts, but it turned out really well. It really did save a lot of time. And yeah, please do that. That was one major thing that we wanted to discuss. So, you know, whether you're a language teacher or you teach in any other language to your students, that is something that you can try out. And this right here, Canva AI, is what Kritika is going to go into detail today, right? And if you see on the left hand side panel, these are the things that you get to see. You get to see the projects, whatever things that you are creating, the templates, branding. If you're the school admin, you can see all those. Canva AI is available here as well. Apps, another amazing feature. We are going to do a session dedicated to apps very soon, maybe in a month or two. But quickly want to show you, there are so many thousands and thousands of apps that are there. This one app, so we talked about ebooks yesterday, and there were a lot of questions that came in saying, oh, you've talked about ebooks, but ebooks should go like this, it should flip like this, you know. It can't just be a normal website. So here you go. If you are trying out an ebook, just go to apps, install this particular app. It will help you give that little flip feature, a little flip effect to your ebooks. And of course, otherwise also go ahead, if you're an explorer, if you're a self explorer, go ahead, try out these things at your end. There are thousands and thousands of third party apps that have been integrated within Canva, and they can be very helpful for all of you, right? And I am going to take 2 seconds and just check if everything, I'm very sorry, I'm a little conscious today if you know, my internet is all okay. Kritika, can you give me a thumbs up if everything is okay at my end? Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. Again, a quick reminder, any pertinent questions, write in the Q&A. If you're sharing links, write in the chat box. Let's just keep it super duper organized so that, all of us gain from it. Chats go really fast. Please have a little empathy with all of us. Right. So right here are the Canva's AI tools that are available for all of us. It has a lot of AI integration. You can do resizing. There's magic design, there's magic write, there's magic grab, Canva code, which we are going to go into a deep dive today. All these magic media, magic animate, edit, morph, all these things that are available. And translate is one feature that I just showed you. It does a very, very, very good job. But again, uh, because this was again like constant questions that had come in for us yesterday. What if, now please do not stress about this, as Kritika starts in another 5 minutes. There could be a few of you who might not see the AI features in your Canva account. First, please be a little careful about this. First reason could be that you're working on a free account. You're working on a normal personal ID. You're working in a free account. You might not be able to see that. You might not be able to see all the features there. Secondly, if you are working in a school team, there are a lot of schools that are signed up on Canva Education, and maybe I'm working for an X school and I work in that X school's team. Maybe the school's admin has turned off the Canva AI features from the backend. So please be a little careful. We have solutions for both. Please be a little careful. If you're not able to see, first of all, make sure you're not working in a free account. You're working in a Canva Education account. Secondly, if you are working in a school team in a Canva Education account, check with your school admin. They need to turn on the settings from the backend. Now, solution for the first thing is, you will find the link in the chat box. Again, Mithuna will share the links with you in the chat box. You can sign up as an individual teacher. You can sign up on Canva Education, right? You can just click on that particular link. It takes like 10 minutes, I think, max. You have to put in your details. Where are you from, which school do you teach in, etc. It's always recommended to use your school ID. If you can't, then you can go for your personal IDs as well, but please try and use your school IDs. And you have to submit one verification document, which could be a salary slip, which could be an identity card, which could be your appointment letter, your school degree, sorry, not your school degree, your teaching degree. So anything and everything that certifies that you are a working teacher will help you get access to this. So it takes about 24 hours for Canva to verify all the documents that you upload. Visual teacher as well. Mithuna in the chat, the whole school sign up on Canva Education. And of course, as I was sharing, maybe your school admin needs to turn on the AI settings from the backend. If that is also a help that you require, please feel free to drop us a mail. You see these two email IDs right here. The one is mine, one is Pooja from our team. We will be very, very happy to help you out. Maybe you want to sign up as an individual. Maybe you want to get your admin to turn on the AI features. So anything and everything, please do drop us a mail. We'll be happy to help you out. And with that, over to you, Deepti ma'am, and please let us know if there's any question or any.
Vibha, I'm going to take over the share.
An issue at my. Sure.
I think there's a lot of rain that we are seeing here in Gurgaon, and the connections are just going away. So please bear with us. Um, we are going to be looking at the design school, and at the design school, there are lots of courses that you can do, totally self-regulated, and you can get certified with quite a few of them as well. So if you go on, head out to design school. You will be able to look at AI in the classroom, Canva for the classroom. So a lot of you were saying that, we know pretty basic things, but we are, a little slow on learning as to where the interface is and how do we get access to the templates. So please do go on to design school, and a lot of your queries get done there. There is an exhaustive course on Canva Code, and Kritika here is going to make it look very easy to you, just like 1, 2, 3. And that's something you will be able to have a live. You are very, very lucky because, when you go on to online and you go on to these courses, they are good courses, but then you have somebody who will contextualize it to your classroom in India. So Kritika is going to go on to that. When we talk about, design, and we talk about programming, there's a lot of apprehension, especially the domain specific teachers, like math, English, science. They talk about, what are we going to do? How are we going to design it? So Canva has actually heard those teachers and said, okay, let's do it together. You give me a prompt in your own language and I will convert and make that game for you. So coding, of course, is something which sounds very complex. And when you look at those rows and rows of programming, you know that, this is something that's me specifically, I'm not a big fan of. So looking at how many classrooms are getting benefited by all of that, and you will see in a bit how actually, you can gamify your classroom. When we look at engagement, when we look at interactivity in the classroom, when we look at personalization, all of this can be achieved like really, really quickly with Canva Code. So Canva always says that you build endless possibilities. It doesn't talk about what is there in the future. And like you saw in the video, there's no magic. The magic is you. How do you create those codes and how you're going to create those prompts? That's something you will be able to do effortlessly. Getting it back to the context of NEP, we all know that NEP talks about authentic learning. It talks about, how do we boost engagement in the classroom? How do we motivate and, encourage those learners to come back into the classroom and engage with their learning? How do we get active participation? And I did say, how do you differentiate? How do you make inclusive learning? And how do you get children to collaborate? Now, when we get into something like as authentic as gamifying your classroom, you also ensure that there's more retention. And of course, we build 21st century skills. So I'm not going to take too much of your time here now. I have looked at this gamification for the last 4-5 years now, looking at how it improves and motivates the learners. You are able to, just make a 360 turn. And I'm not going to keep you away from Kritika, who is going to get on, take over the screen, and show you how that engagement is got into the classroom. Over to you, Kritika.
Right. Thank you, Deepti ma'am. And hello once again, all you lovely people. And I've been reading the script in the chats, and somebody wrote that Canva code just blew me away. And I completely resonate with that feeling. And let me first share my screen so that we are on the presentation. Here we are. All right, so what we're going to do in this segment is that I'm going to show you some real examples of how educators have used Canva Code. And personally speaking, as a Canvassador, I'm addicted to it. So fair warning, it's a very intriguing feature. And once you sign into it, it's very, very difficult to keep away from it. It's just fantastic, right? So, as educators, what I want to know is that what are your classrooms about? What happens in your classrooms? Very quickly in chat box, just 1 or 2 answers would also do. What happens in your classrooms? One is learning, of course. Magic. fun, sharing, happy learning. Yes, perfect, right? So modern classrooms are not just about preparing a lesson, coming into the classroom and just delivering the lesson and going out, right? It is about making it an experience, and it's also about emotions. When you come into a classroom on a rainy day and you find your students energy less, a little sleepy, you don't want to get into complex scenarios, you don't want to delve into complex topics, right? You want to do something fun. And this is where your Canva code is your technical genie, if I could say, right? It will give wings to your creativity. And that is what Canva code is about, right? So very quickly, I'm just trying to, okay. Right. So what is Canva code? Canva code essentially is something that it's helping you generate dynamic interactive designs in minutes with just simple text prompts. It's something that is based on a concept called vibe coding, which essentially means that you really don't need to have any level of coding, or even if you have a pro level of coding, Canva code is for everybody, right? You just need simple text prompts to generate something magical for your classrooms. And I'm going to tell you how we could do that. It essentially transforms lessons into experiences. Okay. And that's what Canva code does. Okay. What all can you do with Canva code? Let's have a look at the possibilities that you can explore with Canva code. So you can make interactive worksheets. You can make historical timelines. You can make escape rooms, mind maps, leaderboard trackers, websites, and everything is shareable. So, as educators, you would have realized that your one role is, of course, to teach students, interact with students, understand their emotions, engage with them, make learning, simplify learning for them. Also, as an educator, you also have your own personal brand, right? There are people who could be authors out here. And I also see some very familiar names in the chat box. So, as an educator is a very holistic term. So these possibilities, all these possibilities that you see on your screen can be explored by you, right? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask you that, if you're a mathematician or you're a mathematics educator, but you're also publishing your books, okay? You want to do something really, really fun. You want to publicize your books in a fun way. Okay, what do? You create a website like this. Can everyone see my screen? Is there, I hope.
Absolutely, all okay.
All okay? Okay.
Are
Right.
you're sharing the deck, right?
No, not the deck.
She's sharing the game. That's all good. Kritika.
Yeah. Kritika, go ahead, please.
Sure.
All right. Perfect. Okay, so this is an example of someone who's created a website with something called as Math Mania Challenge, and essentially is also promoting their books, which are available on Amazon. And this website has been created using Canva code in a matter of minutes. So a very, very intriguing example. Let's go to another one. Imagine that you are to deal with some astronomical chapter in your classroom, and it's a very boring day. You want a game to be introduced, and the game also needs to capture everybody's attention. And visual, there is always something in visual appeal. It lasts. Have you all seen this movie called Drishyam? The whole purpose of that movie was that visual memory is the strongest memory, and that's exactly what this capitalizes on. So this website that you see again in front of you, it's a word challenge called Taboo. It's based on that. You're given a word, right? One of the team is supposed to describe what the astronomical concept is, and the other team just guesses it. So it kind of makes the whole learning experience so seamless and so much fun. Now, at this point, you may also ask me that, fun and all is fine, but for senior classes, you also need something serious. You also need complicated concepts being simplified. Again, let me give you an example of this particular website. And by the way, all these links will be available in the chat box. Am I right, Sakshi? I hope these would be shared in the chat box.
Yes, absolutely.
You can actually go and explore it on your own. So here's an example of the Quantum Academy, where one of the members from the fraternity has created something phenomenal using, algebraic foundation lab. You can also explore trigonometric observation. So, it's not just about dealing with the primary students or middle school. Irrespective of what you're teaching or what you're doing, you're building your personal brand, or you are planning things for your own self. This is for everybody. Okay, so all right, with this, let me take you to the actual experience of using Canva Code. Okay, once you type canva.com on your browser, you land on this page. Okay, it's a very familiar page for those who deal with Canva every day. It says, what will you design today? And right below that, there are three options: your design, templates, and Canva AI. All you need to do is hit on Canva AI, and the prompt box opens very promptly. On this box, as the fourth option from the left, it says code for me. Can everyone see that? You can type yes in the chat box.
Yes, go ahead, Kritika. We can see it.
Perfect. Okay. You just have to hit on code for me. Okay. And once you do that, you will see some pre-made templates that are popping up here. Okay. This is under see what you can do with AI. So you can generate an interactive pricing calculator. You can have an interactive historical timeline, a menu for a restaurant, or a flashcard game. So just for example, what we are going to do is we are going to click on, let's say, a simple countdown timer. Once you click on this, you'll see your prompt box and the text written over here as create a visually striking countdown timer with contemporary design. Now, this is where your conversation with Canva Code begins, okay? The magic is about to happen. So start with a minimalist example featuring a 10-minute meditation timer. I would want, let's say, a 15-minute, I would say a 10-minute would be good enough for my classroom. And I hit this beautiful purple button. When you hover on it, it says submit. Just hit on this. And now, hold tight. Now, this is something just that it blows my mind. So many lines of coding, and those who are familiar with coding know how much time it takes to code, simplistic applications. So you'll see these many lines of codes being generated in no time. And on the left-hand panel is your conversation with Canva Code. Okay, so in pink is your prompt, and on this side is your Canva Code's response. So just to save time, what I've done is that I've already created a timer, and this is how it's going to appear. Okay, so you've already specified what is the color combination you want, and this is how it appears. Now, for those of you who would also be interested in seeing what the code has been used, the HTML code, on the top right side, you see this toggle button. It's called Show Code. You just need to hit on this, and there you have your HTML code as well. You want to see the output, you hit it again, and you come back on the timer. Okay. Now, here comes the brilliant part. This uses adaptive technology, which means that this is just version 1. Let's say you want to make some changes to this. You don't want purple, you perhaps want, change the background to green. Just hit submit, and once again, the magic is about to happen. And this is going to change to whatever color you choose. And you'll also realize that, see, there you are. And it takes no time, literally no time. All you can do is, if you have your cup of coffee or tea, you can just sit back, relax, and, have a sip, and it does everything for you. Now, best part is it's so conversational that after version 2, version 5, version 6, it becomes so conversational. It literally becomes like your friend. You're like, nah, I'm not happy. Just changed it to this. And, it's super fun. Anyway, the serious part being that the better your prompt is, the more detailed your prompt is, the better would be your output. Okay. So while I was exploring Canva Code on my own, I'm a biotechnology student. So we had a concept called DNA fingerprinting. So any biology teachers in the house? Okay, biology teachers, yay, super. So, what I did was that I created this fun game called DNA fingerprinting, where there's this guy called John. He has got 5 sisters, and one of his sisters has whacked off his marble chocolate, and we want to see who the culprit is. So, basis the fingerprints that you find on the chocolate wrapper, and when you do DNA lab investigation basis the DNA sample and restriction enzymes and agarose gel, you're also going to get, you can play with it and you can find the culprit. And this is for everybody. It's very simple. It gives you instructions. And this I could create in about 15 to 20 minutes. So the thing that I want to show you is the backend for this. Okay. So I started off with a very simple prompt, because I also wasn't sure what exactly is going to come up. So I started off with just 3 sisters, and then I went on increasing the number of sisters, the color combination, my requirements, and you'll see that I became very greedy, and I have got 20 versions of my interactions with Canva Code. But this is the final version, and this will be shown to you. I think this link will also be shown, and you can play with it. And you can also let me know how do you find it, right? So the whole point is that this is about learning. This is about lessons. You can do so much more. You can actually create a classroom management system. You can perhaps create a leaderboard not just in terms of academics. You can have a customized leaderboard for your classroom, saying that who's the most sensitive student, who's the most student with most charismatic qualities, and so on and so forth, right? So it's something that you can tweak on your own. You can also play with it. I'm also using it as a personal organizing app. So there is just plenty to do with. There's just plenty of playing around with Canva Code. So coming back to the presentation. Okay. If you have any questions, you can put them on the chat box or in the Q&A, because there are more specific ones. Right? All right.
Nothing
So
till now. We have answered.
Vibha, I can't hear you very clearly. Deepti ma'am, Sakshi, are there any questions that...
No, we're all good.
All right. I think it's pretty simple and very self-explanatory. And so with that, I would like to hand this over to Vibha again. And thank you so much. Keep exploring Canva Code. And it's just brilliant. Keep transforming lives.
Thank you so much, Kritika. That was brilliant. There are a few questions in the chat. People are asking as to, how do we start? How do we create the prompts and all of that? It's pretty simple, people. You just need to get on to the Canva Education license, and then you just start creating stuff for yourself. So we are asking people to showcase some of the games that they are creating while with this session is on. So if there are some of you who are willing to come in and show us some of the games that they have created while Kritika was presenting, please go ahead and raise your hand, and Sakshi will let you in.
Yep. Please raise your hands and then we should be able to promote you to a panelist to share your screen. Great. I see Mrs. Baga has raised her hand, so I'm just going to promote her. Wow, so many of you are really excited to share your Canva Code features with us, and I'm really excited to see all of them. In case we're not able to cover, I'd love to be able to see them during the feedback form sharing process, or if you can share it in the chat box also, that would be lovely. Next is Mr. Manoj. Just also promoting you, your second in line, and then we have, I think we have time for a couple more.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Meena.
I have just created a quiz on linear equation while you are presenting. I hope my screen is visible. You can see I was also trying the questions. I was on fourth question, 4x minus 12 is equal to 8. And student will solve this, check the answer. Next. The green means it is okay. If somehow I am putting, say, wrong answer, say I am putting this, it is red, showing green. It's really good. I'm enjoying this learning. Thank you.
Right, Meena, you can also give, prompts wherein the quiz will give a little bit of explanation as to why you got it wrong. So like Kritika was saying, you can have different iterations. So if you say you want to create a version 2, version 3 for the same game
Yes,
and
yes.
for
I
the
can.
same quiz, you can try that as well. Lovely. This was brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Ma'am. Good idea. I'm stop sharing.
Great. I see a few of you raising your hands. When I promote you to panelist, you're supposed to accept the invite and that is when you will be able to share your screen. So please make sure to do that. I see Mamta ma'am raising her hand. I've tried to promote you. Who else? And if it's a mistake, just lower your hand. That's completely okay. Okay. Shilpa ma'am, I'm promoting you too. Feel free to share your screen. Hi, Chandni ma'am. Please go ahead and share your screen if possible.
One second. One second, ma'am. I'll just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
It's loading.
Okay.
Yep, we can see your screen now. Please go ahead.
One second. So many screens are here. So I've just created, inspired by just Kritika said, this one lollipop mystery. This I have created and as a website. And it's nice learning always. And one timer I have created just while she was teaching. And like these are the suspects. So we can create so many, like I am computer science teacher. So we can use this to teach loops and so many several, Fibonacci series and all. And I love this. You taught about code with AI. Even we can use this to teach programming in the beginning also. So the case is solved. And I'm going to create a social media post where I'll share this website link. I'll publish this and one timer also I have created. Thank you so much for such a wonderful learning.
Lovely. That was really nice. Superb. Thanks for sharing, Chandni. You can stop sharing the screen now. We'll have somebody else take over. Or Ruchi already has.
Now, is this, I have stopped the sharing. Is it fine?
Yes, Chandni, thank you.
Okay.
We can see a lot of excitement in the chat right now. People are putting in their quizzes and websites that they have created for using the Canva code. So that's good. You will get a feedback form in a bit and you will be able to submit all of these. Lovely. Good work.
There are a few people waiting. Vishal ji, if you would like to share your screen. I also see Zainab here and Ruchi ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, Vishal, we can see it. Go
Yes,
ahead,
ma'am.
please.
It is just I created this using Canva AI, a memory game. Earlier, I also created this game using ChatGPT only, but this time I used Canva. And in version 1, this was if the icons are matched, they were still locked. But just after getting your instruction, I did that in version 2, that if the icons are matched, so don't hide them. So I use both. See, I just created this using Canva code. Thank you.
Very nice. I'm sure the youngsters will love this. I would love it. You know,
Thank
at
you,
my
ma'am.
age, I need to keep my memory sharp, Vishal. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Welcome, ma'am.
Is there anybody else willing to present? Chandni's done. Zainab?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so like I am a math curriculum designer. So before starting any lesson, we just have a like a 5 minute fluency thing. So I'll just take you to one of the activity that I've recently designed. Just a moment. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
So this is basically before starting simple interest. So it's just a small fill up kind of thing wherein I have put in a timer. This timer is actually for 2 minutes. I think it started way before. So this is just a small story wherein they can read. And when you scroll down, I have made up questions wherein the children can just drag and drop wherever they feel is the correct answer. Okay, so once this entire thing is filled up, I'm just randomly putting up anything. They read
This
the
is
story,
brilliant.
they roll it up.
Brilliant, Zainab. Very
Yeah,
nice.
so once all of this is done, I can scroll down and I can just click here, check my answer. Okay, so now I have just secured like what, 2 out of 7. So again, you can just click on this, try again, and then again the timer will go back. And it is just a fun activity wherein a little bit of brainstorming can be done by the students itself. So yeah,
Lovely. Very nice.
thank you, ma'am. And we've recently started using Canva AI in our school, and trust me, it has simplified my thing a lot. Like, within 10 minutes, I'm done with the activity. Otherwise, I had to sit and design and keep designing and keep designing. But now, what has happened is within 10 to 15 minutes, one activity is ready, and the children can go ahead and explore it. And the feedbacks that I'm getting now are just too good. It actually keeps them engaged, very engaged, and they love it. Especially for
That's
math,
true.
I'm finding it very useful. So,
That's
thank
true.
you.
Yeah, I can see some English and social science quizzes and stuff coming up as well. And you are right, Zainab. This is a perfect teaching assistant. So you can have, you can give a lot of the admin tasks and creating tasks to Canva, and it just creates these amazing resources for you. I'm going to take over the screen now. Just for the want
Thank
of time, there are lots and lots of examples that are already here in the chat. I would request all of you, please submit this, put it in social media, flaunt it, show off. And this is like brilliant stuff that you've created, and we have Kritika to thank us. From all of us, on behalf of us, thank you so much, Kritika, getting this encouragement and this excitement and all of this, buzz in the chat. People are looking, I mean, they're actually looking like programmers to me here, saying, oh, brilliant, this is something that I can do as well. So we are going to close the session for today. We are going to be looking at a few resources. I can see in the chat, a lot of you are asking if there are some courses. Can I send the link of the courses? I have shared the link in the chat as well. You can go to the Canva Design School, and there are a lot of courses that you can go and get yourself certified. When you get into Canva Education, there are loads and loads and loads of resources and templates that you can use. There is also, there are lots of resources which are already there, created by people, teachers and educators around the world for you. And this amazing thing called the Canvassador, Kritika is one of them, wherein if you do amazing stuff, there is an application form, and we will be sharing that link with you, and you can become a Canvassador. But let me tell you that the quality check at that level is very high. So you better be really good before you apply for it. Am I right, Sakshi? Yes.
Definitely. Thank you
Yes.
so much for that
Yeah.
disclaimer. We
So
only
there you
have
go.
we only
Sure,
have
go on.
30 ambassadors across the country.
Yes.
It takes a lot of prep to be able to become a ambassador, but it's definitely not a way. And I'm so glad that you're attending these sessions, because this is the first step to be able to upskill yourself and actually become a ambassador. So yeah, kudos
That's
to you all.
That's true. That's true. So there you go. A lot of you are asking for the feedback form. So the feedback form, the QR code is right in front of you, and there is a link which Mithuna is sharing in the chat. So please do click on it. Some of you are asking for certificates. Please be patient with us. There are lots of people, thousands of people who are attending this camp. So the certificates will come to you once the feedback form is filled up. So the QR code is right in front of you, and the link is going to come up in the chat. So we are going to be here for a little while to help you fill up the feedback form. And a little bit of a clarification, every session that you attend, you will get certification with CPD credits for 1 hour. But if you attend all 4, then there is a special certificate. I mean, people who attend all the 4 sessions, we are going to give them a special certificate. So there you go. Vibha has just put in the Google form. Click on that, and that's your feedback form for today, which will get you certified with 1 hour of CPD credits.